inspection day. We got a bunch of check-ins. I've already done 2 today, so now we're on to the 3rd one. Time to make sure everything's perfect for the guests. Today already I've got the fire pit arranged, got the bird bath full, watered all the plants, got everything set up. Still got to clean the pool, but everything else is looking pretty good back here, so on to the inside. All right, going inside. A lot to look at and a lot to do. Main thing is getting it ready for the guest so it feels inviting, so always turn on the lights. Gonna get these blinds opened. Looks pretty good. Notice the table's not set, so gotta get some of that stuff done. But see how so dark it is? There we go. Makes it look a lot better. Just got the snacks in. Gotta get those out. We do a little graham cracker, little s'mores kit. Makes it nice. Let's go check out everything else. All right, much nicer. It's another reason to look at the table and get the chargers out. It's got a little mist stain there. Get that clean for the guests. Make sure it looks good. Also gotta have the Islander and Coast Monthly here, Galveston Monthly, to let the guests read. And we also like to provide a little bit of extra stuff for them to have a great stay, including paper towels, toilet paper, soap, shampoo, all those good things. Now head on upstairs. Super important, but you always have to have the AC set for the guests to come in. If it's not, it gets really hot quick. Always have the porch lights on. Got to look at the details in the bathroom, make sure everything is good to go. Looks nice. We got the linens. Nice little setup there. On to, now headed upstairs. One of the big things that I do is make sure all of the furniture is arranged. Again, the lights on and make sure it's bright for the guests when they're coming in. I can see that we've got a bulb out there, so I'll have to get that changed. But cleaners have left everything looking pretty good. Sometimes the guests move everything and we have to get it rearranged. Looks good here. I'll go back through and do a detailed inspection here right now. Again, just a little details, but instead of having the curtains closed for the guest, brightens up the room tremendously. Really lets the light in. And then you can see details better. Check under the bed, in the closet, and everything, make sure it's perfect. I usually turn the lamps on as well just to make it a little bit more inviting and to make sure that the bulbs are not burned out, which it is. So I'll be all right, headed into the primary. Definitely want to get some light on in here. Get these curtains open. Try to make it as much like a hotel as possible. So we do little chocolates. We have a little setting that we put on the bed to make it where they come in and they have little chocolates. Everything looks pretty good in here. I always check the drawers, cabinets under the bed. You definitely don't want anything left that would be embarrassing for the next guest to find. Put the candies down and sure enough, nice little stain. Gotta get that cleaned up. That would definitely be not good for the guest. Now we've got that placed with the candies on it, and we got that organized a little bit better. It's also nice to have some local art. This is one of our friends. Every time you go to Art Walk in Galveston, you can get a piece and just add it to the collection. Got a little bunk room, headed into the bathroom. Definitely check for hairs. No one likes to find anything there, so I always do that, as well as make sure we have a couple hangers in the closet for the guests. What we try to do is add a little space that's something special, so we added a little bar in this house. They could sit here, it's connected to the pool, so you can go right out that door to the pool, and then there's also a bathroom, so they can come right in, get showered off, and or if they're coming from the beach even, so but it's 5 o'clock somewhere. a must-have is a owner's closet, and definitely don't judge me by how dirty it is, but you gotta have it. You got all of the snack stuff here in a sealed box, so you don't have any bug problems. You got all your other knickknacks, needs, air fresheners, everything. So you can have everything in one place that you can find and use when you need. So we have spare batteries, soap, shampoos, just all the stuff. All in all, that was about 20 minutes, maybe 30, if I had a few extra things to do. But even with all the cleanup, that was included. Final touch, we always turn on soundscapes, let them have some music when they're walking in, but it also guarantees that the cable's working as well as the internet. Thanks for coming along on the inspection.